Hi everyone, welcome back to Monday Meds. I hope your week is off to a great start. Happy Monday to you all. Yes, and I'm your health educator, Tanisha Lawrence, and this is your Monday Meds. So, thank you so much to all of you who joined us Saturday night for our celebration of our fourth anniversary. To God be the glory. And I forgot to give you this added statistics. So, of all the 101 videos we have done since May last year and this May, those videos are over 500 minutes, which is over 9 or 10 hours of videoing, video time actually. Not to mention the parts of editing and cropping and all of that. And so when we do these videos, they are with you in mind, and yes, they are for your good. And so thank you again for subscribing, for liking. Welcome to all our new subscribers. And yes, we are continuing with the feature on keeping children safe. As we know, it is May and it is Child's Month. And as we talked about Child's Month, or as we talk about Child's Month, you cannot help think about the child's mother, right? And so I hope you did have a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday. Hope you enjoyed time with your mom. If you didn't get to see her, I hope you got a chance to talk with her. And so as we talk about keeping children safe, today we'll be talking about keeping children safe at home. So important, super important, because you know what? They are with you at home. At least home should be the safest place for our children. And so keep watching as we will talk more on how to keep our children safe at home. So you may be asking, how can I keep my children safe at home? Especially if I have to work. How can I keep them safe at home? I referred to a young child or a child last week that was walking on the street non-directionally, or just walking thinking she's heading home or in the direction of her home. And I did not remember to mention that this child was only 7 years old. So this child was in the second grade, or in Jamaica we say grade 2. Now, this child would not have gone to middle school before COVID, because at 7, she would have COVID hit 2 years ago. So she would have been in elementary school when COVID hit. And so this was her first semester or first term going back to regular school, or going to school. They say face to face. Now, when we talk about school, in my generation, we know of school no other way but being face to face. So now we know there's a virtual world and virtual class and online class, which there was online class. I did my master's program online. So before COVID, there was online class. But now the children had to deal with going to school online. My point in saying all of this is that this is a different time in our experience as parents, as guardians, that we will need to do a lot of things differently in caring for our children. And so when you go to work, usually you would send or take your child to school. Now, when you are at home, usually your child would be coming home from school. You take them to school and then you expect them to come back home, or you go and pick them up, especially if they're young children. Or you may have someone pick them up, someone who is contracted to pick them up. So when they get home, you want to ensure that where they are living at home with you, they are safe. And I'm not just speaking to mothers, I'm also speaking to you fathers, because you play a very vital role in the lives of your children and keeping them safe. Fathers, you are supposed to be the protector of your children, whether your daughters or your sons. And most times when we talk about protecting and keeping our children safe, we think about daughters, we think about girls. But in the generation that we've come to live in, or in the time we've come to live in, we also need to keep our boys safe, because they are at risk. Not just for gangs, but they are at risk. They are at risk for sexual abuse, emotional abuse, and also physical abuse. And so, if you have not seen the video that we did last year referring to women's health, taking care of girls, how to relate to girls, definitely check in the description section of this video for the playlist. And we definitely will do a video or two, hopefully, on how to keep boys safe, and also how to keep boys' health or men's health. We are hoping that we can do that sometime soon. But as we talk about keeping our children safe at home, the number one thing that we'll mention to you, number one, you need to know where your child is at all times. Yes, they're at home. Are they in the living room? Are they in the bedroom? Are they in the bathroom? Are they in the kitchen? If you know which room they're in, you will have an idea of what they're doing. You need to know where your child is, number one. Number two, you need to know what they're doing. Number two, what they're doing, possibly at all times. So if they're in the bedroom, are they sleeping? If they're in the bathroom, are they showering? Are they bathing? Are they on the potty? Are they in the toilet? What are they doing? If they're in the living room, are they watching TV? Are they on the laptop? Are they on the tablet? Are they on a phone? Are they playing games? Are they playing with their toys? What are they doing? Very important, because that will help you to keep them safe. Now, if they're on a tablet or an electronic, whether tablet, phone, or flablet, because they have the phone and the tablet mixed together, or if they're on the laptop, you need to know what they are watching. Very vital, parents. You cannot leave this up to chance. You have to know what they're watching, and you have to know how long you allow them to watch these things or use the tablet. They say that you need to limit the screen time of children, especially children under 2 years old. Very important. They actually should not have screen time, children under 2 years old. They should not be using screens, because that can start depleting their brains and their brain power or brain cell. Right? And children over 2 years old, you definitely want to limit their screen time. An hour a day, maybe. I know some children, they go umpteen hours. We say umpteen, but they go unlimited hours without being monitored, because that's the new babysitter. As we talk about babysitter, if you have a babysitter that comes in to help you, or if you take your child to daycare, it is important for you to know what is going on with your child. And how will you know? First and foremost, you need to talk with your child, develop a relationship with your child, and ensure that you talk with your child and let your child know that you want to know what is happening to them or happening with them. And so if there's anything that goes off, whether it is that there's an episode, whether it is sexual or physical abuse or emotional abuse, they would have had the tools from you to know that they can come and talk with you about it. And so how do we keep children safe? We have to know where they are, number one. Number two, we have to know what they're doing. Yes. And number three, we have to take the time. Number three, take the time to communicate with them and talk with them. Know what is going on in their brain. Yes, you should be the friend of your child. But at the same time, as parents, do not let your child be your friend. It may be a challenging dynamics, but when you understand that you're the parent, you decide what happens with this child, which is your child, and this is your child. You're the parent, this is your child. You be a friend to your child. Yes, you be a friend to your child. Be there for your child. Be there for your daughter. Be there for your son. At the same time, let the child live their lives, or his or her life, as a child. This child does not need to be your friend. You should have your own friends. Allow this child to enjoy their childhood. So you get it? You be a friend to your child. Allow your child to have their own friends, and you have your own friends. Get it? Very important, because so many times parents confide in children and put so much burden on children that it becomes an emotional bondage, not just a bondage, but it becomes a conflict of interest, especially when you are to discipline that child. So how to keep children safe this month, and not just this month, but as you care for your children, you definitely want to remember these points. Know where they are, know what they're doing, communicate with them, and last but by no means, be their friend, but do not desire them to be your friend. As we wrap up Monday Medz today, I'm reminded of the story in the Bible that refers to Jacob and Esau. These were twins. Now, the father favored Esau, and the mother favored Jacob. Now, so Jacob was Rebekah's favorite, and Esau was Isaac's favorite. And what happened was there was to be a blessing. As the father, in olden days, the father would give a blessing to his children. Whether it is the firstborn, he would give blessing to all his children. But there's a special blessing that was to be pronounced on the firstborn. And firstborn was Esau. Now Jacob, you can read the story in Genesis. Jacob was the favorite of his mom, and because of that, he and his mom tricked his dad to give him the blessing. So he stole the blessing that was to be given. He tricked his father, because his father was blind. And this reminds me that you should never have favorites in your children. That's another way we can keep our children safe. Helping them to understand that you love them all equally. I pray that this week, if you have children, this week you will get a chance to exercise that equal playing amongst your children. I pray you'll have a wonderful week, everyone, and God be with you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Be sure to click the notification bell to get updates on all our new videos. Keep watching.